Alright, here comes a even rarer bit of news that I do on my channel. Come to find out from Comic Vine and Bleeding Cool, we're going to be having a event come up in the Bat Books in May of this year, which will be called the Night of Owls. So, with your typical stuff, be expecting a main book to be reading and some either really good or really irrelevant tie-ins taking place to the story. At least most of what I'm reading from Comic Vine. Before I get into the matter of the event, let's start with the price hike, which they're talking about on Batman and Detective Comics. Detective Comics has already started running backup features in there, but they're talking about increasing the page count of both Detective and Batman by 8 pages and hiking up the price a little bit to about $4. And I agree with the dude that wrote the article on Comic Vine about this. Let's hope that the content of said page increase does justify this price hike. In all honesty, I've never really been a big lover of backup features in most comic books. Majority of the time I just kind of skip over them. So this had better be something worth me shelling out an extra buck for both of these books for. As for the event itself with the Court of Owls, which has been going on in the first 4 issues of Batman thus far, Bruce Wayne's family history is kind of getting messed with a little bit, because they kind of had the story that this Masonic-like group may have been actually responsible for staging a coup against Thomas and Martha Wayne when Bruce was a boy, and this would kind of do away with the whole unbelievably tragic aspect of just it being a random incident where the Waynes have run into a mugger. My opinion in that regard is if the events of the previous Batman before the relaunch had not carried over, I thought this would have been very interesting to play out on Batman's mythos. I hate to sound wishy-washy. I'm not crazy about the concept entirely because, once the big thing, when they get to the bottom of it, it could either be really good or it could be a really big embarrassment for the story. So I'm kind of going into this with a grain of salt. But I will say that the payoff sound from this has certainly been much more interesting than what I've seen with the recent Batman Incorporated issue, which they put out. Leviathan Strikes was a huge disappointment to me. I wasted $7 on that thing. But Scott Snyder is going to be writing the back book, and Raphael Albuquerque from American Vampire is going to be doing the art for this. Now, I have not read American Vampire, so I can't really say just how well that is in my personal opinion. But from what I've read with Snyder doing this Batman so far and what he's done with Swamp Thing, which, by the way, he's going to be getting into another crossover with Animal Man on that, he's got some damn good writing thus far. I'll even further justify that what he did on the final issues of Detective Comics before the relaunch was really, really excellent. So, we seem to have a new Batman architect on hand who can pretty much shape out the Bat mythos much more interestingly than what those in the past have done. I will say, again, this is a typical event. I don't know exactly how they're going to run with this, whether Batman's going to be a main book or they're going to pull an X-Men where like Batman, Detective Comics, and sidekick book, and then back to Batman take place. But I am kind of interested to see where they go with this all the same. As I said, it's certainly been a much more interesting offer in terms of what they could pay off with than what Grant Morrison's Batman run did. I still love that, but again, the Batman Incorporated stuff just didn't really work well enough for me once it got into the final issues of it. I'm kind of going to ride with Deadpoolzilla and say, what do you guys think? What do you think about this event in terms of, hey, we're going to do kind of this thing too? Because I get in the same time, yeah, we're going to be doing this because the Court of Owls is kind of going to be like the League of Shadows from The Dark Knight Rises. Hey, come on. I got a feeling that they're going to be in there too. But, you know, yeah. See what you folks think about this, and hit me back with your thoughts. So, until next time, I will catch you guys later. Peace.